Friends, for about 3 hours, from 3 p.m. to about 6 p.m., you were all treated to some soulful music and scintillating dance performance by the disciples of Srikrishnan, to honor whom we have assembled here today. Friends, when I was told that today's program has been arranged in this holy place of Guruvayur, almost right in front of the Lord Himself, I was overwhelmed with joy for more than one reason. One, that I could be part of this joyful function of Shatabhishekam of my cousin Srikrishnan, and two, that I'll have the opportunity to pay my obeisance to the Lord of Guruvayur in all His splendor, the Lord who grants the boon of Ayur Arogya Saukhyam to one and all of His devotees. Friends, it is needless to say that Shatabhishekam is an occasion for rejoicing and celebration. That's because it marks the sighting of 1,000 full moons by a person in his life. Sahasra Chandra Darshanam in Sanskrit, which opportunity is not given to all. According to one school, it should be after seeing 1,000 full moons, including those falling in the Adhik Mas, in which case the celebration should be when one has completed 80 years and 8 months. The other school is that full moons falling in the Adhik Mas should be excluded, in which case the celebration should be when one has completed 84 years, 8 months, and 6 months, and 24 days. But one need not go into these semantics. The important thing is that a landmark year is celebrated. An important aspect to be noted here is that, unlike other samskaras or shanti karmas, this one is to be celebrated by the sons and daughters, grandsons and granddaughters, and those in their lineage, to redeem the debt that they owe to their parents who have brought them into this world and given them a sound footing in life by performing the various sanskaras prescribed for their proper growth and development, such as Jatakarma, Namakarna, Anaprashana, Vidyarambha, Vivaha, etc. Needless to say, Sujata and her daughter also have inherited the talent for music from both their father and mother. So, music is coursing through the veins of each and every member of this family. That is something very notable and very creditable. Friends, now I come to the hero of today's function, Srikrishnan, the flute maestro. I've known him from his childhood. It's amazing that from about the age of 3 years, he had shown signs of his talent for playing the flute, the favorite musical instrument of Lord Krishna, the Lord of Guruvayur himself. In spite of circumstances that were none too propitious, his mother, who had an iron will, and ably supported by his father, who was a well-known teacher in the St. Thomas High School in Thrissur, were determined to see that the budding talent of their son blossomed in full measure. By the time he was 9 or 10 years old, he could perform flute kacheris with aplomb, to the applause of the cognizant. It did not take time for him to be known among the flute masters of the day, and invitations began to come pouring in for his recitals, many of which he could not accept, lest it should affect his school studies. Friends, but real talents cannot remain suppressed for long. At about the time he completed his matriculation, the All India Radio had opened the station at Calicut, and Srikrishnan became the obvious choice for the position of the flute artist of that station. His reputation spread far and wide, and he ascended to senior positions in the hierarchy in rapid succession and was elevated to the highest position of station director to the envy of many. He built up the station from scratch. When government decided to open a station of the AR at Cochin, Srikrishnan became the obvious choice to head it. He built up the station from scratch, and as a mark of recognition of his competence and ability, government posted him to the still higher position in the AIR Madras, from where he retired. Friends, but all this would not have been easy and possible without the inspiration and support of his better half, Gayatri. She too was a child prodigy as a singer. The song Nadivuri Paluvundu Nadage Kalyanam, sung by her in the Malayalam picture Rarichan Enna Pauran, to which my friend has already referred in the earlier part of the day, had become such a hit that for months and years it was being blared on the gramophone and on the loudspeakers all over. She too was picked up in the music section of the AR as a staff artist. Srikrishnan and she met there, and soon thereafter they became man and wife. It has been a life of togetherness for them for well-nigh 6 decades now. Friends' retirement was only the end of one chapter. In fact, it proved to be the beginning of a new one, more exciting, more rewarding. Many were looking out for a guru to teach them the art of playing the flute, and Srikrishnan became their obvious choice. We will be seeing some of his, or rather we have already seen some of his disciples in action today from about 3 o'clock till about 6 o'clock. Friends, it is in the fitness of things that his children have chosen this holy place of Guruvayur as the venue to celebrate this momentous event in his life. No other place could have been better, for this is the place where the Lord of Guruvayur himself plays his favorite musical instrument of flute. Srikrishnan's flute, played in his heyday, would serve as a balm to seize the listener's frayed nerves. Friends, it's a desire of the family of Srikrishnan that I should present this Vanadai on their behalf to Srikrishnan, and I do so with the greatest pleasure. His better half, Gayatri, a musician in her own right, as I already told you, is certainly not to be left out. Here is the Vanadai for both